Hello there chaps, welcome back. Today we are over on the Wirral in the northwest of England, and this is Wirral Country Park. It's only a 40-minute drive or so from where I live in Liverpool, but this is the first time I've been here, and I must say it's stunning, this part of the Wirral. And today's plan, we are going bikepacking. We're going to camp out overnight somewhere here in the Wirral, but on the way we're going to stop at an Aldi and we're going to see what we can get for just £10. Tonight England are getting their World Cup campaign underway against Croatia, so what we're going to do, we're going to go for an English/Croatian theme. I've got a few ideas. I've been to Croatia, so I know what they eat over there, and obviously I'm from England, so I know what we eat over here. So let's see what we can get for a tenner. Well, that's Aldi done, but we did go over our budget ever so slightly. It came to a grand total of £10, 10 pence. I even had to shoplift a bulb of garlic to keep it as close to £10 as possible. I mean, not that I had to, but any more than £10, 10 pence would have been a disqualification, I think. You'll let me off with 10 pence, won't you? Anyway, any guesses what we're making? You saw what we bought. Alright mate, can I just ask a very quick favour from you? Can you be my cameraman? So as I'm cycling past, can you just record me? It's already recording, so you don't need to do anything. You just want to come from that direction, okay? Alright. Thank you very much. Oh, that's got one of my electrolyte tablets in, lemon flavour. It's quite nice. But anyway, I thought we'd just stop here for 5 or 10 minutes on this bench, have a quick break, although we haven't long started. We're not going very far today at all. And just take in this view. Look at that. It's absolutely beautiful. That's Wales over there. I remember as a kid, me and my mates went to West Kirby Beach and we tried to swim over to Wales. It didn't get very far. It's a lot further than it actually looks. But yeah, this is the Wirral Way, and it connects Hooton to West Kirby. And you feel a million miles away from other parts of the Wirral, the likes of Birkenhead and Rock Ferry over in this part on the west coast. It's absolutely stunning. Anyway, let's hop back on and I'll catch up with you once we're a little bit further down the road. Okay, so we're off the Wirral Loop now and we're heading towards a campsite called Arrowbrook Farm. It looks alright online. There's a website, and on the website it says it's essential to pre-book by phone, and then there's the phone number, but every time I call up it goes straight to voicemail, so I'm not too sure whether that's because they're fully booked or maybe the phone doesn't work or something, I don't know. So we're going to turn up and just ask if there's any available pictures. It's a weekday, so possibly. If not, we're going to have to find somewhere out here in the beautiful Wirral countryside to wild camp for the night, which I don't mind, but I prefer to be on a campsite with showers, toilets And the peace of mind of knowing that you're not going to get disturbed by anyone. No one's going to come and kick your tent and say, hey, pack that away, no wild camping allowed. But if we've got to do it, we've got to do it. Anyway, I'll catch up with you once we're at the campsite. Fingers crossed. Going uphill here, not a good idea. Well, we've arrived, and as you can see, it's good news. We're set up. There's our tent, and then behind, that's our bike just resting against that nice tree. And we're the only ones here on the whole campsite. It's not much of a campsite, it's more of a farm. There's the farm there. And when I arrived, there was a workman at the front, and I said, do you work here, mate? He went, no, you want to find the old farmer that looks like a serial killer. So I found him anyway, but he seems like a nice fella, and he only charged me £10, and he said, have wherever you want. So I thought I'd picture you almost underneath that tree. It's a bit bumpy by the tree, so we've just came in front of the tree. Now I don't know whether it's a good thing having this campsite to myself. You'd think so, wouldn't you? But the only thing is, I feel like I'm under surveillance a little bit. The farmer keeps walking back and forth from his house. His house is just there, and then this is I don't know, his barns or whatever, although there's no animals in them. I don't think. It doesn't smell like shit, which is good. Anyway, he keeps walking back and forth. I don't know whether he's working or he's keeping his eyes on me. So anyway, it's 6 PM and I'm feeling a little bit peckish, so we're not going to wait until kick-off 9 PM. The game kicks off, England-Croatia. We're going to make our Croatian kebabs right now. We'll have our scones later on with the England game, but for now I think we'll have our kebabs. So let's get started. Okay, so let's attempt at making Croatian kebabs. I'll put a photo of them on the screen now. That's what they're supposed to look like. So we're going to try our best to imitate those. They're basically beef sausages, as I said earlier. So the first step is turning these burgers into beef sausages. They serve them in 10s or 5s, so we're going to make 5 nice beef sausages. We'll try and get them all uniform, similar size, similar shape. Let's see how we get on. Okay, there's our 5 kebabs. They all look pretty much identical, don't they? They're like the Jackson 5, but pink and edible, or they will be edible once they're cooked. So that's what we're going to do next. This is a new pan. Bought this the other day off Amazon. Let's see what it's like. Oh. Well, put it this way, the 5 aren't going to fit in at once. We might get 3 in, and then we'll have to cook the other 2 separate. They're quite chunky, these, so I'll put it on low heat to make sure they don't burn on the outside and then they're still raw in the middle. I've done that before. We all have, haven't we? Well, there's 3 in there, cooking away nicely. Oh, smell nice already. Well, just smell like burgers, as you'd imagine. But what's going to bring these to life are the dips. That's what's going to separate these from your average burger. We're going to make a couple of intriguing dips to go with it. We'll cook these first, and once they're cooked, we'll move on to the dips. Okay, let's move on to the dips. Now, there's two dips that they have with cevapi. One is Ava, and it's a red pepper sauce or condiment, and I think it's made with blended red peppers. Now, we haven't got a blender, so we didn't buy a pepper. So instead, I've bought a sauce in a pot. It's not even red pepper, it's tomato and basil. But we're going to improvise. I've crushed up some garlic here. I say crushed up, I haven't got anything to crush it with, so I literally got 2 drinks bottles. That was the best I could do. And then let's just leave that to fry for a second, that garlic. And I'm going to add this sauce. That'll do. That shouldn't take long. Now the other condiment that they have with cevapi is something called kemar. And I looked up the recipe, how to make kemar. I remember trying it and it was nice. And I looked up the recipe and it's basically just clotted cream and salt. So I thought I'd kill 2 birds with 1 stone. We can have our jam and clotted cream scones later, but we can also use the clotted cream to make the kemar. So that's what I'm going to do. You know what? I haven't got a knife with me. I've had to cut up an onion with a fork. I always forget something, and this time it was a knife. So I'm going to use this to scoop it out. That should do. I hope this clotted cream doesn't sort of melt and turn into a liquid, because I'd like to wait till kick off for our scones. And then this is all improvising, isn't it? I'm going to put the clotted cream on there, and then is this cheating? I brought some salt with me, and we're literally just going to add some salt to it. If there's any Croatians or Balkan people watching now, they're most probably going mad, shouting at the telly. But I'm sorry, it's the best I could do. And I've also brought some cayenne pepper. So that's pepper, isn't it? So I don't know whether, I doubt it's made with cayenne pepper, Imar, but we're going to add a load of cayenne pepper to our sauce to make it nice and spicy. And there we have it, there's our cevapis. What do you reckon? Oh, I reckon they look quite nice, to be fair. I've done alright there, haven't I? Considering the lack of utensils and ingredients and budget. Anyway, let's give them a go. Look at that. You ready? I tried to heat the flatbreads up on that, just with an open flame. It hasn't really worked, but first bite, not bad. I haven't reached any of their sauce or their Avar and their K-Mac yet. I have now. It's different, but you know what, it works. That's nice. And yeah, I'm having flashbacks of my time in Croatia and in Bosnia. I got this in Bosnia, in fact. But you see it everywhere. In the Balkans, Croatia, Serbia, Bosnia. I suppose it's their version of a doner kebab. But not a bad effort, that. That clotted cream is really nice. You wouldn't expect it. Maybe some people are watching now going, classic cream on a burger. Which basically that's what it is. But it works. Give it a go. Add a bit of salt to your classic cream. Get a burger, stick it in a flatbread. That's how easy it is. Anyway, I'm gonna go enjoy my other cevapi, and I'll see you a little bit later on. Well, here we are. Come on, England. Nah, to be honest with you, I couldn't care less if they win or get beat or draw. But Harry Kane has just missed a penalty. He got lucky because the referee said retake it, and this time he scored. 1-0 England early on. But look at those. Oh. They're the only things wearing white and red that I care about right now. And my cup of tea just there. So let's give them a go.
He was never going to miss out. Well, after retake it, not bothered.
Wow.
That takes a huge amount.
Shut up, Lee Dixon. Can't stand Lee Dixon. Cup of tea. Well, pan of tea. It's a bit too hot at the moment, that. Tell you what, these scones though. The cevapis were nice. These equally as nice. So, prediction time. I'm going to go for 2-2. I know England are winning 1-0, but I'm going to go for 2-2. So, I'll be back with you at full time. Well, the full-time whistle is gone now, and it finished 4-2 to England. It actually finished about half an hour ago. Now I've got Ghana versus Panama on, but the laptop's going to die any second. And I've ordered the pizza, look at that. I'll give you the better shot. There's the pizza there. Pepperoni and jalapeno. I've had one bite, it's quite nice, but I'm not even that hungry. I don't even know why I ordered it. Those cevapis filled me up. Just being greedy. But I'll eat some of it anyway. But anyway, I'm going to say goodnight now. And have a bite of this pizza. I've got no, by the way, I'm recording this on my mobile phone. You might be able to tell the difference. My GoPro batteries are dead. Anyway, nothing left to say. But good night.